Alright, so a bit of an update on Bleach Soul Resonance. Not the one that I was expecting, of course. We're in September now. We know that gaining access to the game, it's not going to be far off because, of course, the release, the release date is in October. I think that's the last thing we spoke about, which is exciting. But more importantly, we're all kind of waiting on that global news. Now, on the 12th, news did drop. I've seen a few people kind of talk about it and whatnot, but I think now it's kind of starting to come to light, and it's somewhat concerning, but it's nothing that is 100% to say that this is the case, and that is global is cancelled, which I can't believe I'm saying, but like, Jesus Christ, that's I don't even know what's going on anymore, right? It's kind of crazy with how things have come in terms of, is global happening, then it's back, it's happening, like what is going on? Like this is just a roller coaster of emotions right now. So let's take a look, let's see what is being said, and there is still hope. That's the one thing which I'm gonna say right now. Nothing has been guaranteed to say that it's a GG. It's just there are stuff happening behind the scenes that, yes, could mean GG for global. Well, technically, no, a global I would include every other country, but yeah, basically some people are saying, oh, it's going to be CN exclusive. It's not going to be CN exclusive. The game will be available in other regions, but not the regions that we're from, just to put it like that. Oh, majority of us, you know. Anyway, let me show you guys what's being said. Okay, so this is pretty much what's going down. I mean, look, when it comes to global itself, I mean, they were kind of doing their thing, you know, keeping the global pages engaging in terms of just kind of, you know, keeping up with the promotions and whatnot. But yeah, this is something that you don't want to see right here. Jesus Christ. So there has been a trademark surrender. So, just to give you guys the whole full story, so on September 12th, Lemon, which is a sub of ByteDance, responsible for legal matters, surrendered all remaining trademarks for Bleach Soul Resonance in a public registry. To make matters worse, the global website is region-locked, access to users outside of East Asia, and the global team now appears to be focusing exclusively on that region. So the game isn't CN exclusive, as far as we're aware. Southeast Asia will also gain access to this game, so if you head over to the website right now, yeah, this happened 2 days ago, like a day ago, and I saw this and I'm just like, what's going on here? And I remember seeing someone saying, oh, they're just doing something to the website, and I'm just like, cool, I'll leave it be. And then it just comes to light, like, hold on a minute, there's been a trademark surrender. What is going on? So obviously right now for me it's region locked, it's unavailable. So yeah, there we go. So pretty much I kind of I mean, it's still playable in terms of, because I understand with the game itself, as long as it's in like a readable fashion, aka language wise in English, then I think people are going to be most happy about that, and it is an available option, so that's still there. So if anyone did want to get access to this game, technically you can, and you can understand it, you know, and I know that's one of the biggest concerns, of course, so that's pretty much a bit of a W in that sense. But yeah, as it stands right now, again, it's region locked, so of course I've changed my region to a region where I have access, and the website is all here. The pre-registration hasn't started, the pre-registration will be happening, so there's that. I'm hoping that when it all kicks off in terms of pre-registering for the global side of things, of course, the info drop on what their plans are going forward. That's what we're kind of waiting on. But again, in terms of the game itself, it's not the end of the world. You can still play the game. You'll still have access to, I mean, language-wise, I know that some others are going to be annoyed. I get that. But, I mean, English is there, so there's that. So, pretty much continuing on. So, this is, again, this isn't fully solidified to be the end-all, be-all. This is just a possibility. Again, we're waiting on their end to confirm on what the plan is. This is just things that have been happening behind the scenes that we have managed to get a hold of to be like, oh, well, this isn't good news. But again, we don't know the full story on what they're planning on doing. I mean, technically speaking, what could be happening is, obviously CN is going to be releasing next month, right? They could do a soft launch for Southeast Asia. and then global will come at a later time, aka, I don't know, a month or two after. Who knows? That could be the plan of action. Who knows? But yeah, so there were other legal documents revealing the other following countries. So again, we've got a whole list of other countries, of course, Europe, US, and whatnot. So yeah, so there's that. Returning to the beginning, the possible reasons for the total surrender are surrendering them all at once in order to renew them together later, an uncommon practice. Rebranding, possibly the mirrors hierarchy. I mean, I've done a whole video on it. We know that there's multiple other Bleach games coming along, but I don't think this is going to be the case because, as it states right there, Shueisha was the one that registered the trademark, not Lemon Inc. So there's that. Publisher transfer, which is also unlikely because Neuroverse publishes their games internationally without third-party involvement. That is true. And then project cancellation for the global market outside of East Asia. I don't think that... I don't... I'm trying to think of a reasoning on why that would be the case. I don't think that will be, unless it's just too much work. I don't know. I don't think that will be the case. I don't think that will be the case, but that's currently what's happening right now in terms of updated news on with Global, because, you know, at the very beginning it looked very promising. Global's back in action. It's returned from the dead. Things are in motion. CN's going to be dropping in October. Doesn't mean Global's going to be dropping soon. And then all of a sudden, boom, there's been a trademark surrender, and once again we're back in the loop of what is going on. So as it stands right now, as far as we're aware, keep CN to one side. They're going to be doing their thing, of course, releasing early, etc., which obviously I'll be staying on top of as per usual. In terms of looking at global, Southeast Asia is guaranteed right now, looking to be a possible soft launch on their end. Again, the countries here that were considered, it still could come to fruition in terms of it releasing in these countries, but I think what could be the case, and probably will be the case, is that Southeast Asia will get the soft launch going first, and then everything will be slowly rolling out for the considered countries. Yeah, I still think they're going to commit. Again, this is all a possibility. Nothing has been solidified. I mean, outside of obviously the trademark surrender, that has happened. But in terms of where Global is at on whether or not if they're going to commit to producing it for all the other countries, we're still waiting on confirmation on if that is the case. But in terms of gaining access to the website and whatnot, yeah, that is region bound to Southeast Asia countries. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But again, I guess you know, if you still want access to this game, it's gonna be easy. I mean, yeah, we can still play this game. It doesn't mean much, to be fair. That's why I'm not really sweating, to be honest. So yeah, we'll still get access and play the heck out of it. It's not gonna change much if they do all of the shenanigans. Yeah, but it'll, for the sake of the popularity of the game and whatnot, it'll be stupid if they don't release it everywhere. But that's the current situation we're at right now. But I just kind of want to make sure that people aren't, you know, thinking that this is the end. This ain't the end.